Hey, what's up, people? JayDub here. Just got done watching the first episode of WWE NXT, and unlike most people in the internet wrestling community, I actually waited until I saw the show to give my opinion on it, because you had beforehand so many people saying, oh, WWE NXT is gonna suck, oh, it's gonna be this, and it's gonna be that, and it's gonna be a knockoff of ECW, it's gonna be a knockoff of Tough Enough, and this and that, when I don't think it was any of those things. I really think that WWE NXT, it's a unique concept, and even though I did kind of have thoughts, of what to expect going into NXT, it was something totally different than what I expected. And at first, I will admit that I was disappointed a little bit, because I'm like, oh, like, what the hell is this? Like, the first couple of minutes of the show. But as the minutes rolled by, as it got closer and closer to the end of the show, I really found myself impressed with it. I was interested, like I said, towards the end of the show, I got more and more interested in it. I love the concept. I think the concept of the show is really unique. It seems to me like it's basically a small roster, a small promotion with a limited roster. Well, of course, you have the like the superstars with the name recognition and the WWE veterans mixed in, to get bring people into the show. But I really think the new talent is what is going to keep people in tune in the show. I love how they had the storylines building already. You had tension between Daniel Bryan and his mentor, The Miz. The Miz actually whooped Daniel Bryan's ass at the end of the show, because he was disappointed in him for losing to Chris Jericho. And I mean, Chris Jericho, he's the World Heavyweight Champion. And Daniel Bryan, first match on WWE television in a match with the World Heavyweight Champion. And I really think that he held his own. But I will say, Chris Jericho, it seemed like he was extremely hard on Daniel Bryan. It seemed like he wanted to send a message to Daniel Bryan and also send a message to the fans that know him as Bryan Danielson. Some of you guys may be watching this video right now. The message Chris Jericho wanted to send is that your name isn't Bryan Danielson anymore. The accomplishments you garnered as Bryan Danielson in the independent scene don't mean a damn thing for where you are right now. Don't give a damn what you did. Don't give a damn where you've been. Don't give a damn how long you've been doing it. You're in WWE now. You're in a different playing field. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. This is the major leagues, and if you want to make it here, you have to earn your keep. And I think it's a damn good message to be sending. Hopefully, some of you people watching right now got that message, and hopefully Daniel Bryan got the message also, because, it's true. Doesn't give a damn. Doesn't matter what the hell he did before he got to WWE. He's in WWE now. Be glad that WWE even acknowledged him for being the so-called king of the independents, because they didn't even have to do anything like that, but they acknowledged a wrestling world outside of WWE. That was one of the good things about the show, too. You had Michael Cole and Josh Matthews going back and forth arguing. Josh Matthews is like, a lot of people know him. He's world known. Michael Cole was like, hell, this is the first time I've seen him. Like, I didn't even know who the hell he was until he was announced for the WWE NXT roster. I just loved everything about this show. I'm going to go down a list of a couple of people that were, impressive to me. A couple of the youngsters that stood out. Of course, Daniel Bryan, he held his own in a match with the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. Another person that stood out to me was Heath Slater. Hell, he couldn't help but stand out with that bright-ass red hair. But, I think he stood out because of his character, his persona, his personality, and also his, in-ring ability. But even putting those two guys aside, and I know Daniel Bryan, all of the attention was focused on him going into WWE NXT. The most impressive guy to me by far was David Otunga. I said on Twitter, twitter.com/JayDub Show. Follow me. Link in the description box. But yeah, I said on Twitter that, he is the guy to keep an eye on. He has everything going right for him. He has the look, the big muscles. That's one of Vince McMahon's favorites. He loves to push guys like that. So he has the muscles. He has a superstar look. He has a built-in character already. Before he even stepped into WWE, he was made for playing an elitist heel, because he has Hollywood connections, has an Oscar-winning actress, Grammy-winning singer as a fiance. Then, he's a Harvard graduate. That's like a built-in character right there. And then, as for the in-ring, ability, I didn't see much of his in-ring ability, because the match that he was in against Darren Young, who seems to me to be just kind of like a bumbling, like, fool, jumping around and stuff. But, yeah, the in-ring ability, didn't see much of it, but I still think he's a guy that you need to keep your eye on because, you know, like I said, he's a big guy, but he did not seem stiff whatsoever, and he actually moved quick in the ring. So I really want to see him in a a match of like considerable length to, you know, reinforce my opinion on David Otunga. But like I said, that is the guy to keep your eye on. What else do I have to say? Oh, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I say this for last because I know a lot of people are going to get pissed off by what I'm going to say right now, but, you know, hell, I don't care. You know, I speak my mind. I say what I feel when I want to. So, yeah, the most impressive thing, putting aside the character development, putting aside all of those things that I said previously, the most impressive thing about this show was Michael Vintage Cole. Yes, I said it. Michael Cole was perfect on commentary. This was the best I've ever heard Michael Cole on commentary since I've been watching WWE, like, period. He was an antagonist. You know, he got on people's nerves. He pissed people off. He made them hate him. And if all of those things are true of you, you know, if you say, oh, Michael Cole, he really pissed me off, not giving Bryan Danielson any credit, you know, oh, I hate Michael Cole more after watching NXT than I did before. Guess what? If all of those things are true, if all of those things that, you know, if those are things that you've been saying, that means he did his job perfectly. He has you eating out of the palm of his hand right now. Michael Cole was great on WWE NXT. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this show, but I really think it's a great concept. You know, another thing that I like about the show, it seems like it does all of the things that the other two brands in WWE should be doing. It, like I said, it has the character development. Since it has such a small roster, it's like revolving around the young guys, and you don't feel like they're time wasters. Like if you see young guys on SmackDown or Raw, they get thrown into matches. Basically, it's like to waste a couple of minutes. You don't know who these people are. Hell, you hardly even know their names. You definitely don't give a damn about them. But on WWE NXT, I really think that this is, you know, a great concept for the young guys in WWE. It really gives you a sense that they matter, and it really gives you a sense that they actually have a future and that they're not, you know, just there to kill time. So yeah, give me your thoughts down in the comment section below. I am JayDub. Peace out. Oh, and I also, you know, I'm planning on making a video talking about the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, all of that good stuff, you know, like the build up to WrestleMania 26, but I just, you know, had to talk about WWE NXT because I was so impressed with the show. So yeah.